Good morning, and thank you, Mr. Josh Gallerstein and the Douglas County High School Band for our prelude music of pomp and circumstance. Welcome to this special celebration of achievement, growth, and new beginnings. Today we gather not only to honor diplomas earned, but to recognize dedication, perseverance, and resilience that brought each graduate to this moment. To the class of 2026, your journey has been filled with challenges, discoveries, friendships, and memories that will last a lifetime. You have grown as students, leaders, artists, athletes, innovators, and individuals ready to make your mark on this world. Today is a reflection of your hard work and the support of the many people who stood beside you along the way. We also extend our deepest gratitude to the parents, guardians, teachers, mentors, and loved ones whose encouragement and guidance helped shape this remarkable class. As we begin this ceremony, let us take pride in all that has been accomplished and look forward with excitement to all that lies ahead. The future is bright, and it belongs to the class of 2026 from Douglas County High School. Congratulations and welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2026. At this time, would you all please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, kindly remove your caps, including male graduates, as our very own DC Band performs the Star-Spangled Banner under the direction of Mr. Josh Gallerstein. Thank you. You may be seated. Please welcome the 2025-26 Student Body President, Ms. Noelle Campbell, to introduce the dignitaries we have with us this morning.
Gotta fix my little cap here. All right. Good morning. My name is Noelle Campbell, and I am the 2025-26 Student Body President of Douglas County High School. We would like to welcome you to the Douglas County High School Class of 26 commencement ceremony. It is my pleasure to introduce our special guests with us this morning. Mr. Tony Kappas, Principal of Douglas County High School. Mrs. Erin Kane, Superintendent, Douglas County High School. Mr. Danny Windsor, Assistant Superintendent, Douglas County School District. Mr. Steve Colella, Chief of Staff, Douglas County School District. Mr. Mark Blair, Chief Technology Officer, Douglas County School District. Ms. Erin Cruz, Executive Director of Schools, Castle Rock Region. Ms. Janice Leisner, Chief Financial Officer, Douglas County School District. Ms. Stacy Rader, Communications Director, Douglas County School District. Mr. Matt Reynolds, Chief Learning Officer, Douglas County School District. Ms. Susan Meek, Douglas County School District Board of Education. and Mr. Tony Ryan, Douglas County School District Board of Education. Once again, we thank you all for being here with us this morning.
Good morning, and welcome to Douglas County High School's graduation for the class of 2026. It's an honor and a privilege to stand before you today, the class of 2026. I'm also proud to stand here before your family, friends, educators, as we celebrate your journey from kindergarten through graduation. Seniors, please help me thank those family members, your friends, and all the teachers and administrators who had advised, counseled, instructed, and supported you along the way. Seniors, please stand, turn to the crowd, and give Mom and Dad a shout. Thank you, Huskies, and have a seat. I'd like to personally thank a few individuals who's made this graduation a reality. The team from Douglas County High School includes Miss Dixon, Miss Shuck, Miss Mason, Miss Valley, Miss Jansen, Miss Hartman, Miss Rodriguez, and Miss Frill. Thank you all. The next group, without them, none of this would be possible today. I'd like to recognize the outstanding teachers and staff of Douglas County High School. Please stand. Also including district staff and support staff for the district. Thank you very much. I'd also like to recognize a few colleagues that deserve to be mentioned. Principals representing Douglas County's elementary and middle school. Many of these individuals have played an important role in your successes. When I call the school, graduates, please stand with the school that you attended. Many of those principals are here today, and they're actually up on the patio near the press box. First school, Dr. Deborah War, Principal, Castle Rock Elementary. Please stand, Castle Rock L. Thank you, you may seat. Miss Jill Casas, Principal, Southridge Elementary. Thank you, seniors. Miss Meg Jaquise, Principal, Flagstone Elementary. Miss Alexandria Birk, Principal, Rockridge Elementary. Miss Mandy Hill, Principal, Sage Canyon Elementary. Miss Lisa Conway, Principal, Renaissance. Miss Lacey Dahl, Principal, Cherry Valley Elementary. And Mr. Jared Nicholson, Principal, Mesa Middle School. All leaders in the Douglas County High Feeder. Another group that deserves recognition would all Douglas County High School alumni. Please stand and be recognized. And lastly, members of our service, including the 2026 graduates, please stand and be recognized, and thank you for your service. Thank you. Well, seniors, as I look out into this crowd, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for making this school a better place. I'd like to tell you all how proud I am of your accomplishments, but more importantly, to tell you how proud I am of the people that you've become. Next, I'd like to apologize to the parents here. but more importantly, the parents of the past. Now, I know you're wondering why. Well, when I first started in education, I thought that parents who cried at graduation were soft. Well, I'm here to tell you I was wrong, and I'm sorry. To be brutally honest, I've actually dreaded this day. For some of us, we look at this day as an end, while others, a beginning. I've struggled with countless emotions this last year. And now, like many of you, we'll rediscover what date night looks like again. I cannot begin to tell you how often I've reflected over the year. And this is where I get the chance to thank a few people. I'd like to thank my family, especially my wife, Luann, for her support and continued love and support while I was teaching, coaching, and administrating for the last 30 years. Seniors, growing up, we had a tradition in the Kappas house. We called it Movie Fest. Today, you call it binge watching. We still have those days. As a matter of fact, just recently a spring break for me. We were watching a great classic, a favorite of mine called City Slickers. Now, it's a dated movie, I know that, but if you haven't seen it, you owe it to yourself to check it out. This movie is a great dialogue between two characters that really spoke to me about all of you and graduation. It's about three middle-aged buddies who are facing personal crises in their own lives. So they decide to travel out west for 2 weeks and work on a real live cattle ranch. They thought this would solve their problems. Curly, who is played by Jack Palance, and Mitch, who's played by Billy Crystal. On one of the rides, Curly and Mitch separated from the group, and Mitch starts a deep conversation with Curly. Mitch is looking for answers. He's searching for life's answers. He looks at Curly and he says, Curly says, "Do you know what the secret of life is?" And Mitch says, "No, what?" Curly says, "This." Well, Mitch responds, "Your finger?" Curly says, No. One thing. Just one thing. You stick to that, and the rest don't mean squat. That's great, but what's the one thing? And Curly says, that's what you have to figure out. Well, seniors, what is that one thing to you? Will it be family, money, health, education? Only you know what that one thing is. Seniors, I wish for you to find the courage, the wisdom, the patience, and the faith to find and follow that one thing. Seniors, DC and teachers have prepared you for the next chapters in your lives. We've taught you to be thoughtful, compassionate young adults who truly take care of one another. And I'm confident that you all will do very well in your next chapter in life. Whether you're playing a college sport, publishing a book, or serving our country, you've all been given great tools to be successful. Use them wisely. Seniors, you will be missed. You've made us proud. With your service and your dedication, you leave Douglas County High School and the town of Cass Rock a better place. And remember that this town and this school is still your home. And remember, everyone a Husky. Congratulations, 2026.
At this time, please welcome Miss Lauren Renvik as she addresses the class with her speech titled, Embracing the Change.
Good morning, friends, family, faculty, administrators, and most of all, good morning, Douglas County graduating class of 2026. First, I would like to thank the office staff, my teachers, my friends and family for making this day possible, but more importantly, my mom for pretty much pulling me across the finish line. Shout out to you, Samantha. Like many people do when they don't know what to talk about, I Googled best graduation speeches. Thankfully, I remembered that in English class, they do teach us that stealing somebody else's words is called plagiarism. And I kind of wanted to graduate today. So luckily, I did write my own. Now, I'm not here to stand up and tell you what an amazing student I was, how great of an athlete I am, how outgoing I am, or even how popular I was. Because to be honest, over half of you probably don't know who I am. My name is Lauren Renvik, and I'm honored to stand here today and talk a little bit about our high school journey and the changes it can bring. Now, my journey might look a little different from yours, and the person sitting next to you probably had a different journey as well. Most of you probably started here as freshmen, maybe sophomores. For me, I started here on the first day of senior year, which means while most of you had 4 years to figure things out, I had about 9 months and a lot of confused looks asking, wait, you're a senior? But I've never seen you here before. But that's not really my point. For some of us, these were the best 4 years of our lives, making new friends, trying new things, and learning about the highs and the lows of life. For others, it might have felt like the hardest 4 years, just getting through each day, struggling in classes, or feeling like you've never quite found your place. But despite how different our journeys were, we all ended up in the same place. We're here. We made it to the finish line into one of the most exciting days of our lives. Now, I could stand here and talk about how hard life is going to hit us after today, but let's be honest, that will also look different for each one of us anyways. Instead, I want to give us all something to consider going forward. As Glenn Powell once said, the greatest gifts in life are not in the plans, but they are in the detours. Maybe as freshmen, we had this perfect plan for high school. Maybe we imagined having the biggest friend group, the coolest car, the best grades, or the perfect future in mind. But let's be honest, by the time senior year came around, how many of those plans actually stayed the same? Lives change, plans change, and sometimes we change too. For some people, change is easy. For others, it's uncomfortable and scary. But whether we like it or not, change is necessary. It's how we grow, how we learn, and how we create new memories. You might not think that much will change after today, but everything will. Your relationships will change, your responsibilities will change, your independence will change, and through all of that change, you'll grow into the person you're meant to become. Many of us dream about getting big things out of life, but sometimes we're afraid to take risks. We're afraid of failing. We're afraid of being embarrassed. The reality is, you'll never reach your dreams or get something you've never had unless you're willing to do something you've never done. You cannot unlock new doors if your hands are full of old keys, and you cannot look to the future while staring at the past. People won't define you by the things that you didn't try. They'll remember the risks you took, the challenges you faced, and the times that you failed but kept going anyways. So be yourself. Take chances, try something new. Failure shouldn't hold you back because Every time you fail, you're one step closer to succeeding. Think back for a moment to how nervous you were walking into high school as a freshman. Now look where you are. You made it. You're sitting at your high school graduation. Sitting here today proves that change is scary, but it's also possible. You just proved that you can overcome hard things, and you proved that you're more capable of what you think. So class of 2026, as we walk out of here today, and if you don't remember anything I just said, please remember this. Your life isn't defined by the plans that go perfectly. It's defined by the moments when things don't go to plan and you kept going anyways. So take risks, try new things, be the person who raises their hand, takes the chance, and goes after what they want. Because the world doesn't need more people who played it safe. It needs people who are willing to grow, change, and learn, and make a difference in the life. Go create the memories you'll tell stories about one day. And in the wise words of Pitbull, believe me, been there, done that, but every day above ground is a great day. Remember that.
Beautiful job, Lauren. At this time, our next musical performance was selected as the principal's choice. Please welcome to the stage Miss Bianca Curtis-Schmidt, Miss Audrey Phillips, and Miss Jada Vargas as they perform Billy Joel's hit song, Vienna.
Today we will be singing the song Vienna by Billy Joel. He described his message in the song in this way. He says, "It was an observation that you have your whole life to live. A lot of people in their 20s think they have to get it all together by their 30s, and they kill themselves trying to get the golden ring. You have an entire life to live."
The lyrics, "Slow down, you crazy child." In other words, you have a whole life. Some people will get there sooner, and some people will get there later.
So you can slow down. You're going to be fine. No matter what you do, try to be good at it. And whenever you get there, you get there. In Vienna, that's wherever your dream is.
Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. But then if you're so smart, tell me, why are you still so afraid? Where's the fire? What's the hurry about?
Cool it off before you burn it out. You got so much to do and only so many hours in a day.
But you know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want, or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you wanna be before your time. Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Too bad, but it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need. Though you can see when you're wrong, you know you can't always see when you're right. You're right. You've got your passion, you've got your pride. But don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, but don't imagine they all come true. When will you realize
can afford to lose a day or two. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? But you know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want, or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, why don't you realize Vienna waits for you? When will you realize Vienna waits for you?
Outstanding job, ladies. Now, please put your hands together and welcome to the stage Mr. Declan Byers as he addresses the class with his speech titled 101 Times.
All right, I want to start this off by saying that if the wind picks up, can someone catch my cap when it flies off? Thanks. Well, firstly, I want to start by welcoming you all. Hello, staff, dignitaries, and of course, graduates. Congratulations for getting here. It's not very easy. It's definitely been a difficult 4 years getting here, but you've surely left it off on a very good note. I'm sure a lot of you would agree that over the past 4 years, perhaps this one especially, we've succeeded quite a lot. Some of us have gotten our first interviews, some of us have gotten our first jobs, maybe first relationships, maybe we took on a higher course load. Whatever it is, triumph has accompanied us. I believe you'll also agree with me in saying that we've encountered quite a bit of loss. Perhaps some of us have lost a family member, had a failed relationship, fall out with a friend, or got rejected by our dream school. It comes as no surprise that just as high as our highest peaks are just as deep as our darkest valleys. That is the nature of climbing. I myself felt one of the biggest losses of my life this year. I was rejected from a full ride scholarship that I was so adamant I was going to receive. When I got that news, I was shook into my core. I was beyond devastated. Thankfully, I received a call from my dad not too long after I had received that news. He attempted to console me through the different stories and times at which he had been rejected from different jobs and programs in his life. One of the things that he said that really stuck with me was that Walt Disney himself was fired from a cartoonist job at a newspaper for, and get this, lacking imagination. Even better, he was rejected by 300 different financiers for funding what we now know as Disneyland. That's crazy. Another story like this is that J.K. Rowling was denied by 12 different publishing companies before she published the New York Times best-selling Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. But why am I telling you this? Truthfully, I don't like to be the person to remind you of hardships in a time of celebration and festivities. But there will be failure. That's a given. But I ask, no matter how many times you get knocked down, how many times you're just crushed, torn apart, maybe you fall down 100 times, I ask you personally to get up 101 times. It is said that most great people have achieved their greatest success one step beyond their greatest failure. And I tell you this because out of all of you, I see incredible ambition, passion, and curiosity. Such characteristics that can change this world in immeasurable ways. Sure, maybe if you get burnt out in the next couple of years and you decide you don't want to go for that dream job anymore, that may only affect you. but you don't know how far that decision can truly reach. What if Walt Disney stopped at just 299 bankers? What if J.K. Rowling stopped at just 10 different publishing companies? We would have this world that looks vastly different without the staples of wonder and joy that we have today. These stories serve to prove one thing, and that's the world cannot and will never be able to define when and where you fail. Now, you face the classic issue of coming of age, and that is you are a new generation in an old world, in a world that believes it has itself figured out, and that you are fresh meat. Now, you may not be very original in your experience, maybe your vigor, or even your knowledge, but you have something that they don't. You have vision. Vision for a world that they can't even imagine, let alone create. So when, not if, people tell you that you've got your head in the clouds, your only response is to prove them wrong. Now, as much as I'd like to stand up here and also talk about people who were almost failures, I'd like to give you a bit of advice that's been given to me, a poem that I always read when I feel like I'm not enough, when I feel like I don't measure up. The title of the poem is Invictus, and I'll read it for you now. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods that may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fail clench of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate or how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. We will attack this world with enthusiasm bubbling in our spirits. We will go and do the hard things. We will prevail. No matter how hard the resistance, we will prevail. No matter how much this world tells us that our dreams are impossible, we will prevail. Congratulations to the class of 2026. You've done the work. Now go show them.
Thank you so much, Declan. Before we bring up the class of 2026 senior speaker, we would like to take a moment to recognize some very special people who, too, will be leaving Douglas County High School at the conclusion of this year. After many years of dedication to education, we celebrate the retirement of some incredible staff members whose impact will be felt for generations. Their commitment, compassion, and unwavering support for students and colleagues have made a lasting difference in our school community. Throughout their career, they have inspired countless learners and helped shape a positive and caring environment for all. While all will be greatly missed, we are excited for them as they begin this well-earned new chapter. We thank them for their years of service and wish them happiness, health, and endless joy in retirement. When your name is called, please stand to be recognized. Mrs. Bernice Benabe, 35 years. Mr. Ken Borgsmiller, 32 years. Mrs. Lisa Bueller, 30 and a half years. Mrs. Kimberly Clever, 34 years. Mrs. Deb Eckert, 30 years. Mrs. Carrie Johnston, 31 years. Mrs. Danielle Kennedy, 32 years. Ms. Sherry Kloster, 17 years. Mrs. Marika Olson, 25 years. Mrs. Phyllis Whitaker, 23 years. Mrs. Diane Shuck Gray, 34 years. And finally, your leader, Mr. Tony Kappas, 40 years. Once again, please help us recognize the class of 2026 retiring staff from Douglas County High School with 363.5 years of experience. At this time, I would like to welcome Miss Anna Erickson of the DCHS faculty. Mrs. Erickson was selected by this senior class to address them for their commencement ceremony. Ms. Erickson has been an educator for 4 years, and all 4 of them at Douglas County. As a supportive English teacher and co-student council sponsor, she has spent her career doing more than just teaching grammar and sentence structure. She has helped create lasting memories for all who have crossed her path to write their own success stories. Through every lesson, discussion, and carefully crafted assignment, she has inspired confidence, creativity, and a love for learning in countless high school students. Her classroom has been more than a place to study literature. It's been a space where students found their voice and learned the power of their words. The impact she has made on generations of students is a story that will continue long after the final chapter of this school year. Please help me welcome a teacher who didn't just teach her students grammar, but yet help them compose their futures, Miss Anna Erickson.
Good morning, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2026. 4 years ago, you walked into the halls of DC for the first time as a high school student. For those of you who don't know, I also was experiencing the first day anxiety alongside of you. I was walking into a new school as a first-year English teacher, 2 new life paths converging into an experience that I'll forever be grateful for. Since that day, I've had the privileged and occasionally not so privileged task of teaching the class of 2026 for all 4 years of their high school career. I don't know if I'll ever have the opportunity to teach another graduating class for 4 consecutive years again. As an English teacher, this is truly a rarity. This moment is so special to me, and I'm honored that I'm here to speak to you all today. I have so many things that I want to say, but only so much time, so please know that I am so proud of each and every one of you. And I'm not going to cry, it's fine, okay. I'm so lucky to have taught so many of you and that I've had the chance to build relationships both as your teacher and at various school activities. Camp DC, speech and debate, esports, student council, dances, athletic events, and anything else I've had the opportunity to be a part of. Therefore, speaking today is truly an honor as I have learned so much from these incredible humans and I've been able to witness them grow into the foundation of who they will be as they step into life beyond our school's walls. I think my colleagues may agree with me when I say that sometimes you guys really tested our patience. You challenged us to grow and adjust alongside of you all post-COVID, but in the long run, we have become better teachers and individuals because of each and every one of you. While you've been listening to me drone on in class for years about the importance of strengthening your vocabulary, understanding, or at the very least trying to understand grammar, how to structure arguments, and how to analyze a vast collections of work, I also listen to you all drone on about everything, and sometimes nothing. So now I want to take some time today to acknowledge the lessons that you all have taught me. There were days that you guys made being a teacher very difficult, but your reluctance to engage has challenged me to reflect on my own idea of education and reimagine teaching in order to find new ways to engage with you. As a result, I've learned to appreciate your wisdom. And I can assure you that you hold much more wisdom than you may be given credit for. I'm hoping that reflecting on these lessons you've taught me allows you all to see how capable you are of success. Even if you aren't always feeling optimistic of where life will take you, you all have what it takes to live the life that you want. First and foremost, you've all helped me realize that while learning is important, it's also important to enjoy the moment. While reading in an English class is inevitable, I've been asked, do we have to read today? More times than I can even comprehend. Learning doesn't have to look one way. You all have pushed me to apply creative thinking to help you understand and apply concepts into things you care about, or at the very least have some sort of interest in. From playing Real Life Among Us in relation to dystopian novels, to using TikTok dances to depict Grendel's existential journey, to giving speeches about dominating the universe, all in the name of rhetorical analysis, to reading Duck for President with a devastated tone in order to practice evoking emotion in your presentations. All of these moments have brought me joy and have led me to see that education should be exciting and fun. Wherever you go from here, please remember that changing your perspective and your mindset can lead to lasting memories, building friendships, and also a deeper understanding of how our world functions. I know that stepping into high school can be terrifying, wanting to be noticed or not noticed, depending on the person. All of this brings to light some anxiety. Everyone has different wants and needs. You all have taught me the importance of how different every one of you are, and that this drastically changes how to approach different situations. While I may have missed the mark sometimes, you all have taught me how to adapt, to try and ensure that you're seen, heard, and understood in the ways that you need to be. Whether you were the one student in my class all 4 years who needed public accountability from both myself and your peers, or you were the quiet student who preferred notes on your paper with feedback, no further discussion necessary, please and thank you. Taking time to learn who someone is and what they need to feel supported can make the world of a difference. So as you're about to go into life, some of the peers sitting next to you will remain friends. Others you may grow apart from. And new friends are definitely on the horizon, waiting for you to come into their lives. But please remember that showing people that you are meeting them where they're at will only help you grow. A few weeks ago, in my college prep course, we had a quick side quest conversation during our grammar lesson. We discussed the idea that the more you know, you realize you don't really know anything in the grand scheme of things. And while the idiom, ignorance is bliss, is absolutely true and brings about comfort and ease, it is not the basis in which you should approach your life. Take the time to learn things. Question how things work. Question all information being presented to you. Question the credibility of the sources that you're interacting with. By taking the time to truly inform yourself and understand the world around you, you will progress and fast-track your way towards finding success, however that may look for you. It will be uncomfortable. You may even feel like you're questioning your own sanity at times. But by digging deeper and interacting with the world you live in, you will be set up for continued growth. Hence why I write dig deeper on your papers so often. Inquiring minds create active learners. And whether you want to see it or not, you can always find a deeper meaning in seemingly meaningless things. Just keep looking everywhere that life takes you. While I can't even put into words everything I want to say to you all, this is the start of some lessons I hope that you take with you in life. As a reminder, as I know you all really enjoy making your teachers reiterate information more times than they care to count, do everything in your control to make learning more enjoyable for yourself. Show up and empathize with where those around you are at, and learn to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. It is okay to not know everything, but keep digging beyond the surface. All jokes aside, thank you all for everything that you've taught me in my first 4 years as a teacher. I have never known DC without you all, and it will be so weird next year not seeing you every day. But I know that you're all ready for life outside of those walls. Just keep making us proud wherever life takes you. Lastly, I'll leave you with one final pre-weekend reminder, now a pre-adult life reminder. Have an amazing life. And don't forget to make good choices. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Erickson. At this time, please welcome to the stage Mrs. Courtney Hay, Douglas County High School counselor, as she will share the myriad of scholarships this amazing class has received. When you hear your name, please stand and continue standing to be recognized. If you would be so kind as to hold your applause until all students' names have been read.
Hello, Huskies! What an exciting day. Congratulations to you all. I am here to recognize all of you that have received scholarships. As we know last night, those of you who attended Honors Convocation, we will do the one clap rule. I'm gonna say names, you clap after each name one time, and then we'll recognize everyone with a grand applause at the end. This class has received over $8 million in scholarships. And instead of saying received, I should say reported, because you all do have to tell us that you received that money, because the colleges, universities, local and national scholarships do not give us that information. So I am here to honor and celebrate all of you, the money that you are saving yourselves and your families. Woo! All right. So without further ado, please stand or wave. David Allen, Charlie Arney, Hassani Balaneni, Garrett Bennington, Dominic Bickford, Sophie Bowman, Jillian Cabral, Lexi Carey, Noelle Campbell, Noel Collings, Audrey Crowley, Bianca Curtis Schmidt, Simon Davis, Kaylee Destrola, Maria Di Galenko, Noah Ellis, Madeline English, Clara Flint, Braden Ensinger, Jadis Fredette, Madison Gagnon, Jace Garcia, Morgan Gayfield, Evan George, Tyler Jardine, Joseph Gortney, Jane Graham, Brianna Harcharik, Finley Harris, Hannah Hazelhorst, Rory Hawkins, Andra Hay, Kian Heyer, Ryla Heyer, Van Jansen, Anna Johnson, Thomas Kaduk, Nanika Kartikeyan Malay, Matthew Kelsey, Bailey Kenzie, Olivia Kesty, Lillian Kitch, Leo Cohn, Isaac Konechny, Elise Cradaville, Amy Lamb, Layla Lee, Annika Lindberg, Raul Malik, Lily Mastroianni, Camilla McFarland, Joshua Meverden, Peyton Michael, Natalie Moon, Bryson Moore, Sienna Nimmer, Alika Nida, Brady Noakes, Olivia Noakes, Jamie Paul, Andrew Perry, Audrey Phillips, Wade Powell, Lane Reamer, Jasminda Richmond, Anthony Sanchez, Sophia Schacht, Addie Steen, Olivia Stevens, Aiden Suarez, Jillian Susser, Peyton Thibodeau, Josephine Tidwell, Izzy Townsend, Eleanor Van Alphen, Ruan Van Rensburg, Mallory Visnick, Kate Williams, Samuel Witter, Jackson Woolbright, Miller Yaskowik, Lynn Yoon, Caitlin Zukowski, and all of you who maybe did not read the email or fill out the form but did receive scholarships, please stand. Let's recognize the class of 2026.
Thank you, Mrs. Hay. Now please welcome the DCHS choirs under the direction of Mrs. Courtney Wells and Mrs. Dana Pease as they perform The Times They Are Changin' by Bob Dylan and arranged by Adam Poto. Beautiful job, DC Choirs. At this time, please welcome to the stage Ms. Jalemi Espinoza as she shares her speech titled, Becoming.
Good morning, parents, staff, faculty, dignitaries, and most importantly, the class of 2026. My name is Jalemi Alitza Espinoza, and I'm really excited to be up here in front of you all, although I will say I am a little nervous, and also surprised to my family because I didn't tell them I was going to be doing this. When I first thought about giving this speech, I was actually pretty hesitant. Giving a speech at graduation has always been one of my dreams, yet when I was given the opportunity, I started to second guess myself. It wasn't until 11:59 that the speech was due that I finally decided to submit it. I decided to myself, you know what, I might as well just do it. If I get it, I get it, and if I don't, I don't. And somehow, this last-minute decision has led me here today. So, when I first started to think about what was the message that I wanted to give the class of 2026, I knew I didn't want to give just a normal speech where you guys kind of sit through it waiting for it to end. I wanted to say something that was meaningful and something that actually stuck. There's a line from a song that I've always loved called Love Yours by J. Cole, and the message is pretty simple. It's just that there's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. And I think this matters more than we actually realize. Because if we're being honest, one of the biggest things that high school has taught us is comparison. Comparing our friendships, our academics, where we're at in life, our experience, we start to change ourselves and how we view into this idea of who we're supposed to be. We look around and think that the people have it all figured out, that they're ahead, and that they have it better. This is something I can say I personally have struggled with a lot, because even as someone who has tried to stay really involved in her high school experience, I was junior class president, I was involved in multiple clubs and extracurricular activities, trying to stay present in as much as I could. There were still times where I felt like I wasn't doing enough or like I was falling behind in ways no one else could see. And what I've learned, especially this year, is that what you see from the outside is never the full story. The person you compare yourself to might be going through the same things that you couldn't even realize. They might be having the same doubts, the same pressures, and the same questions as you. We're just really good at hiding it and showing the easy parts. And that's why comparison can be so misleading. A lesson that has always stayed for me came from one of my teachers. Now, he taught me how important it is to find your people, and when you do, to not let them go. He shared parts of his own stories, including some really difficult experiences, but what stood out to me wasn't necessarily what he went through, it was what he decided to take from it: gratitude. He taught me that even when life doesn't look the way you want it to, even when it feels like you have less than the people around you, you can still grow, you can still learn, and you can still become better. Our class especially understands growth because, well, first off, if any of our middle school teachers are here, which I highly doubt it, I'd first like to say thank you, and on behalf of our class, sorry. If you're unaware, our class definitely had a reputation back then. We were very loud, chaotic, destructive, and stressed out more than a couple of teachers along the way. I'm certain that by the time we got to high school, all the staff and students were warned about our class. But honestly, I think that's what makes today meaningful. Because growth isn't always obvious while it's happening. Sometimes you only realize how much you've changed when you look back and see who you were 4 years ago. The truth is that no two experiences here have been the same. Some of us have had really amazing moments, and some of us real difficult ones. Some of us felt like we found our place early on, and some of us are still trying to figure it out, and that's okay. Because what matters isn't what your high school experience looked like compared to someone else's. What matters is what you decide to take from it. The lessons you didn't expect, the growth you didn't even notice at the time, the moments, good and bad, that shaped how you think, how you see the world, and who you've become. Even the uncomfortable parts and even the uncertain ones, that's all a part of your story, and that's what makes it meaningful. It's not about pretending that everything is perfect. It's not about saying that life is easy. It's about recognizing that your experiences, your stories already have value. Not because they look like someone else's, but because they're yours. Now, I know that graduation speeches usually end up with talking about the future, and I promise, despite my best efforts, I really did try, this one will probably too. But if there's one thing I hope you can take from me being up here, it's this. Don't overlook your own life while trying to measure it against someone else's. Don't minimize your experiences just because they look differently. We're all so young and we have so much life to live and so much learning to do. And at the end of the day, I think it comes down to the line that really inspired this speech. As a lyricist and musician, J. Cole once said, "There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. People just live differently, and differently doesn't always mean less." So as we leave here today, I hope we can carry that with us. Carry the gratitude for where we've been, for what we've learned, for who we've become, and for where we'll go. Thank you so much for your time. And once again, congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you so much, Jalemi, for your amazing words. Before we get to that special time, seniors, I would be remiss if we didn't take a moment to extend our sincere gratitude to our school and district security team for their unwavering commitment to keeping our students safe each and every day. Your presence, dedication, and support at this graduation ceremony have helped make this celebration both joyful and secure for our students, families, and staff. So please, let me take a moment and recognize Douglas County High School School Resource Officer Deputy Paul Rodrigue, DCHS School Security Team Lead Deb Eckert, Tom Popkin, Oscar Rodriguez, Tommy Davis, Chris Campbell, Matt Portolano, Roman Sanchez, and Susie Eichenberg. We'd also like to take a moment and thank Douglas County School District Safety and Security Director Johnny Grusing, Craig Harvey, and Byron Mitchell for being here and making sure that this commencement ceremony is safe for all. Also, a huge thank you and shout out to Douglas County School District Athletics and Activities Director Derek Cheney, Assistant Director Brad Whittakis, and the entire Echo Park Stadium team for helping make our ceremony so successful. Please, a round of applause for all of these important people. All right, seniors, it's that time that you've been waiting for. I'm happy to welcome back to the stage your principal for just a few more weeks, Mr. Tony Kappas, as he presents this incredible class to Superintendent of Douglas County School District, Mrs. Erin Kane.
Superintendent Kane, please join me at the podium. Superintendent Kane, as principal of Douglas County High School, I'm pleased to present to you and the Board of Education the members of the class of 2026, the graduating class of the Douglas County High School. The 2026 graduating class of Douglas County High School has successfully completed the requirements of the Douglas County Board of Education and the great state of Colorado. I certify that they have earned the necessary credits and are now eligible to receive their diploma.
Principal Kappas, it is my honor and privilege to accept the 2026 graduating class of Douglas County High School on behalf of the Douglas County School District and the Douglas County Board of Education. Congratulations, students and parents. Congratulations.
Those sections, you may begin coming up to the stage now. Junior escorts, please escort them to the podium or stage. off stage.
Jace Alfonso Garcia.
Ava Zurai Olshouse.
Oh. Oliver Nathan Allenson.
Hayden Scott Christensen.
Sierra Noel Prakop.
Seth Michael Dickerson.
Brody Scott Borgard.
Cade Charles Jorge.
Chloe Marie Brooks.
Riley Brianne Dufour.
Dominic Paul Gavazzi.
Maria Olegovna Dikalenko.
Olivia Lou Kesty.
Oliver Eklund Nunez.
Imani Collins.
Layla Ray Ellingson.
Amy Lee Lamb.
Leland James Gonzalez.
Brooke Faith Miller.
Aiden Olivia Gray.
Toby Edward Miller.
Zachary Robert Jewell.
Samson Allen Moore.
Alea Neve Jones.
AJ Marota.
Jackson James Keane.
Jacob Liam Murphy.
Michael Allen Kurdley.
Kylie Raylin Ortega.
Lillian Elizabeth Kitch.
Jonah Arthur Pearson.
Raul Malik.
Jackson Edward Pollock.
Aubrey Leanne Mitchum.
Liam Isaac Potts.
Bryson J. Moore.
Wade Owen Powell.
Jeremiah Francis Maury.
Camden Marshall Puckett.
Harrison James Parks.
Erica Irene Quintana.
Adam James Shiner.
Bailey Lynn Reagan.
Henry Roberts Shoemaker.
Sydney Irene Reagan.
Jaden Frederick Adranya.
Julissa Jolie Ramirez.
Malachi Ray Gayfield.
Lane David Reimer.
Ava Josephine Gill.
Chase Michael Sterling.
Joseph Rush Gortney.
Arin Lynn Yoon.
Isabel Marie Gutierrez Schaff.
Jackson Brees Dunn.
Matthew James Hedges.
Sade Quinn Myers.
Lainey McKay Heimerl.
Braden Matthew Fortin.
Caleb Murray Hess.
Justin Andrew Freitas.
Chase Leonard Hess.
Jakari Frederick Henry Hill.
Solia Michelle Hurt.
Ryland Patrick Immel.
Ava Ryan Jackson.
David Joseph Allen. Van Michael Jansen.
Omar Alvarez Mercado. Braden Scott Cope.
Sophia Josephine Capiello Triplet.
Brendan Fulton Lake.
Sophie Chesla Carroll.
Camden James Lawson.
Evan John Clark.
Joshua Charles Marlowe.
Simon Alexander Davis.
Vin Moronic the Fourth.
Abigail Deborah DeHart.
Gia Lauren Marquez.
Lincoln Etha Feza.
Cade Earl McCracken.
Thank you.
Gabriel Stephen Flores.
Jackson Blakemore McCune.
Laura Grace Franks.
Caden Alexander McKeon.
Tyson Matthew Franz.
Joshua David Meverden.
Jadis Kylie Fredette.
Peyton Lee Michael.
Ariel Rose Mary Fulton.
Emily Marie Kayla Rios.
Madison Paige Gagnon.
Alexa Kate Avello.
Madison Ann Gamble.
Isabella Hannah Card.
Riley Martin Garcia.
Weston Hunter Cheese.
Jair Zinho Gibbons Ramirez.
Killian Russell Church.
Josh Jeffrey Gilson.
Caitlin Elizabeth Danke.
Yamalet Hernandez.
Brandon James Garcia.
Bryce Andrew Pendleton.
Maya Lynn Gonzalez.
Chloe Sierra Stark.
Parker Evan Guerra.
Peyton Marie Thibodeau.
Landon J. Higginbotham.
Isabella Elise Townsend.
Reese Margaret Hoover.
Mariah Rose Wiskus.
Alexander Patrick Howden Ramirez Montelongo.
Nevea Corms Gonzalez.
Christian Isaiah Hurtado.
Corbin Reed Jabin.
Kian Jonathan Heyer.
Jocelyn Pedroza Eris.
Ryla J. Heyer.
Jessica Jean Ball.
Ethan Daniel Interi.
Heaven Lee Brewer.
Sarah Corinne Jewell.
Tyler John Carson.
Sophia Ann Saibo.
Ibrahima Cisse.
Alexander James Stover.
Clara Helen Bonnell Kobe.
Tegan Reed Woodfield.
Suse L.U. Mamihe.
Gregorio Javier Alvarez.
Isaac Joseph Miller.
Alex Arias.
Gray Holden Myers.
Hassani Balanani.
Tyson Garrett Reynolds.
Nathan Scott Barnhart.
Abigail Wandalam Shifra.
Landon J. Burcham.
Aiden Patrick Brooks.
Bryce Owen Berger.
Lily Bell Mason.
Skylar Alexandra Bogish.
Justin Robert Rohr.
Bianca Danielle Curtis Schmidt Galan.
Vincent Robert Acosta.
Madeline Marie English.
Samuel Wyatt Bodecker.
Braden Alexander Ensinger.
Sophie Carlisle Bowman.
Clara Elaine Flint.
Merrick Owen Bridgman.
Alyssa Colette Frazier.
Maddox Finn Casebolt.
Morgan Annette Gayfield.
Grace Rebecca Cleaver.
Evan Patrick George.
Noel David Collings.
Tyler Nash Jardine.
Dane Anders Gattell.
Jane Margaret Graham.
Andra June Hay.
Brianna Lynn Harcharik.
Lillian Ruth Hull.
Finley Jean Harris.
Thomas Michael Lynn Caduke.
Jacob Dylan Harris.
Gavin James Lane.
Cora Jane Harton.
Anne Kinsey Pratt.
Hannah Jane Hazelhorst.
Jacob Carol Runnels.
Rory Malie Hawkins.
Ryan David Sirota.
Charlton Eli Hicksonbaugh.
Aiden Jonathan Suarez.
Anna Amore Johnson.
Brandon Trevor Thomas.
Matthew Robert Kelsey.
Jesse Joel Thorson.
Leo Sebastian Cohn.
Ryder Michael Whitted.
Ella Marie Lewis.
Miller Joseph Yasaweek.
Zara Wynn Mastrino.
Noelle Elizabeth Campbell.
Liliana Isabella Mastroianni.
Isabella Morgan Darnell.
Vivian Meadow Nixon.
Trevor Dean Hankey.
Audrey Caroline Phillips.
Jasminda Toledo Richmond.
Amaya Sophia Rogers.
Allegra Quirico.
Jackson Theodore Swafford.
Andrea Joana Garcia Martinez.
Ruan Peter Van Rensburg.
Thais Orejuela Romero.
Noah Eliseo Cordova.
Kenyawe Pibat.
Kate Olivia Frick.
Jesse Emmanuel Vasquez.
Gunnar Lynn Ginger.
Maximus William Jesse Bennett.
Marcus Aiden Johnson.
Aston Robert Christopherson.
Jonathan Bates Lockwood.
Mason Paul Johnson.
Caden Michael Lee Mascareas.
Colette Deborah Cooperman.
Yesenia Tellez Carmona.
Charles Kenneth Landry III.
Neonica Cartha Kayan Malay.
Micah Braden Lorenzo.
Isaac Charles Canesny.
Cody Jonathan Lyon.
Layla Mai Han Lee.
Faye Scarlett Mitchell.
Annika Ruth Lindberg.
Jonathan Lang Toronto.
Camilla Renee McFarlane.
Blake Jeffrey Allen.
Natalie Elizabeth Moon.
Addison Elizabeth Bradford.
Alekia Nitta.
Declan Jacob Byers.
Brady Alexander Noakes.
Blake Michael Bird.
Olivia K. Noakes.
Jillian Elizabeth Pohai Ke Aloha Mesaku Cabral.
Action Sharma Padel.
Lexi Ashlyn Carey.
Jamie Grace Renee Paul.
Jaden Y. Tommy Chan.
Logan Christopher Reed.
Audrey Elise Crowley.
Lillian Elizabeth Rice. Just gonna read his name twice.
Matthew Thomas Diekman.
Anthony Richard Sanchez.
Kaylee Madeline Destrola.
Sophia Melissa Shocked.
Eden Hansey.
Sean Wayne Shepard.
Noah James Ellis.
Cyrus Thane Smith.
Francesca Sienna Ferraro.
Jillian Lee Susser.
Ayla Lucille Fulmer.
Josephine Alina Tidwell.
Akita Marie Tongo Galong.
Mallory Page Visnick.
Julianne Eileen Jackson.
Catherine Kittleson Williams.
Kyla Sierra Claybon.
Samuel James Witter.
Sienna Loren Lamb.
Cambria Marie Kinsey.
Lucille Moore Flea.
Caleb Arthur Peterson.
Nathaniel Sean Morrison.
Charlie Corinne Arney.
Isabella Gloria Paulson.
Quinn Marie Bennett.
Andrew Scott Perry.
Garrett Cole Bennington.
Kyla Leia Quinones.
Kaylee Elise Biddix.
Devin Isaiah Ramos.
Gavin Craig Bach.
Taylor Ann Skeleton.
Jaden Joe Bamer.
Addison Lee Steen.
Addison Lane Dean.
Olivia Barbara Stevens.
Cole Ellis Craft.
Cole Patrick Valley.
Elise Ava Cradaville.
Eleanor Marie.
Olivia Morgan Lee.
Jada Milan Vargas.
Maximus Charles Myers.
Jackson Weasley Woolbright.
Trevor Weston Nava.
Alexander James Abramowitz.
Sienna Rose Nimmer.
Aspen Louisa Acton.
Noah Kiona Obing.
Logan Robert Adams.
Gage Vallow Orr.
Lucian Samuel Adler.
Adriano Christian Padilla.
Aureli Aldonia Acosta.
Will Tyler Page.
Haley Jordan Anders.
Quentin Anthony Perkins.
Alicia Rose Arias.
Lily Marie Richardson.
Jeremy Nathan Baca.
Garrett Gordon Siegel.
Braden Robert Backer.
Michelle Elise Tanner.
Leo Porfilio Baden.
Connor Glenn Thayer Sapp.
Dominic Thomas Bickford.
Annabelle Grace Triplett.
Diamond Marie Elam.
Nolan Conrad Wells.
Jaleami Alicia Espinoza.
Frankie Elise Allenba.
Patrick Alexander Harkins.
Levi James Burkhart.
Brooklyn Paige Heimerl.
Aiden Troy Couchat.
Katie Lynn Kafer.
Stella Avery Gilbreth.
Ava Natalia Kubik.
Jeremiah Marta Allen.
Travis Ryan Kuntz.
Jamison Peter Bloom.
Avery Kate Lindsay.
Dean Michael Martinez.
Sloan Kiara McBride.
Thomas Michael Robert Pashley.
Carson Elizabeth McKenzie. Lily Irene Moyle. Graydon Attican Poocher. Lauren Elaine Renvik. Dennis Ian Francis Camo Rocamora. Destiny Rose Vigil.
AJ Deshaun Allen. Rayleigh Neve Budnich. Kayla Joy Bird. Addison Elizabeth Cashone. Kamaya Amari Campbell Peters. Nolan William Case. Tobin Michael Connell. Kian Sean Durant. Ava Elizabeth Gessel. Trevor William Giblett. Kira Lynn Klimas. Yasiris Novel Mascoro. Joseph Severe Niag. Nadia Michaela Pacheco. Kendall Ashlyn Paul. Rigel Armando Sigismond Villafañe. Andrew C. Townsend. Tegan Eugene Truller. Edward Lee Velaceres. Darren Dwight Vigil.
Adam Joshua Donaldson. Anna Maria Gutu. Zachary James Harrington. Preston Scott Kakevich. Bailey Francine Kinsey. Allison Elizabeth Paul. Madeline McKenzie Paul. Cole Bradley Ribbich. Nivea Anastasia Robles Jones. Devin Lee Rucker. Maxwell Ryan Rudolph. Peyton Dion Ruel. Lucas Lee Rusin. Alexandria Marie Smith. Hannah Noel Smith. Parker Chase Smith. Franco Joseph Stambuck. Ethan Wesley Swafford. We messed up. All right, Adrian Maiko Trujillo Pound. Maximus Allen White.
Can we have one more round of applause for the graduating class of Douglas County High School? Please welcome to the stage your senior class president, Ms. Jasminda Richmond, for the turning of the tassel.
Good morning, class of 2026. My name is Jasminda Richmond, and I am extremely grateful to have been your senior class president. Over the past 4 years, we've experienced countless memories together, some of them being rainy color dances, rivalry games, assemblies, and winning the Spirit Stick this year. To cap everything off, we left our legacy at Douglas County High School with our handprint mural, leaving behind a tradition for every graduating class after us. Today, we stand at the edge of something new. We've laughed together, learned together, procrastinated together, and counted down our last days together. And now, here we are. The tassel is more than just a piece of fabric. It's a symbol of how far we've come. It represents every late night, every early morning, and every challenge we face to get to this exact moment. It's a metaphor for turning the page to the future we're about to write. A future where our dreams are the plot and our actions the pen. With that, let's step into the future with the courage of our convictions, the joy of our friendships, and the knowledge that the stories we are about to create are limitless. Here's to our next great adventure. In just a few seconds, we'll begin by turning our tassels, and with that simple motion, we'll close one book and begin writing the next. We will no longer be Douglas County High School students, but instead, graduates, not just of this school, but of every experience that has shaped us along the way. So, let's not turn our tassels with just pride, but with purpose. Let it serve as a reminder that the future is not something we wait for, it's something we create. So now, class of 2026, on the count of 3, we will turn our tassels and welcome our next stage of our lives. 1. Oh, everybody stand up first. Just kidding. All right, guys. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, class of 2026! We did it!
Class of 2026, you are dismissed.
Congratulations to the class of 2026 from Douglas County High School. It has been my pleasure to be your announcer for today's commencement ceremony. Thank you all who joined us either in person or online to celebrate these outstanding graduates. And we wish you all safe travels home, whether that is near or far. And seniors, always remember, everyone a Husky. Have a great day, everyone, and congratulations, class of 2026.